If you are preparing for any high-stakes language examination, whether it is TOEFL, IELTS, PTE, or OET, there are three fundamental ground realities that you must understand from the very beginning. Let me make this absolutely clear. Your success does not begin with hard work. It begins with clarity. The first principle is this: you must have a clearly defined target. You need to know exactly what score you are aiming for. Not a vague idea, not a hopeful expectation, but a precise number. Are you working towards 350 in OET? A band 7 or 8 in IELTS? A specific score in TOEFL or PTE? Because once the target is clear, everything else, your strategy, your preparation, your time allocation, begins to align with that goal. Without a target, effort becomes directionless. The second principle is equally important, and this is where most candidates make a critical mistake. Never assume that general improvement in English will be enough. Yes, improving your overall language ability is valuable, but these examinations are not testing general English in a broad sense. They are highly structured, highly predictable systems with specific requirements. If you spend all your time simply trying to get better at English, you may improve, but not in the way that actually moves your score. What you need is targeted improvement, aligned with the demands of the test. And that brings me to the third principle, the most powerful of all. As early as possible, identify what truly matters. This is where the 80-20 principle comes into play. Not everything you study contributes equally to your result. In fact, a small portion of your preparation, perhaps just 20%, is responsible for 80% of your score improvement. Your job is to discover that critical 20%. Which skills, which patterns, which strategies actually influence your score the most? Because once you identify that, your preparation becomes efficient, focused, and powerful. So, if you understand these three principles early, having a clear target, avoiding the trap of general improvement, and focusing on what truly matters, then your path becomes much more predictable. And at that point, success is no longer uncertain. It becomes inevitable.